everybody? My name is Raze Chaos. You have come back to my channel and I so appreciate it. And guess what else is back? We've got the Nano Rides back. Yes. Yeah. Little did Justin Fryborn know that when he posted his little Nano Rides video, like way back, I don't even remember how long ago he did it, but little did he know he was going to inspire Raze to do 2 freaking videos on it. Would have only been 1. However, when Raze was going to get the collection, I think he mentioned that he had gotten he was really close to getting the Back to the Future set, but seeing how little difference there actually was in the cars, he thought, well, nah, I don't think so. I don't think I need the display of 3 different the DeLoreans depending on the changes of each movie. Yeah, just get a DeLorean. You want the freaking Back to the Future? Get the DeLorean. That's what counts. But what he did find on that trip, and it was to Five Below, was the 1966 Batman set from Nano Rise. We're going to say that again. That had the classic TV series Batmobile, the Batcycle, and the Joker-mobile. And then, obviously, getting with the rest of them, you know, Raze got another set in Christmas. I believe that was the Turtles. And then the other one was G.I. Joe. When he saw that he had 2 Batman sets, he was like, I've got to do a dedicated Batman video. Because this other set is actually from Batman Returns. And, yeah, that was like, what the hell? I'm going to have to do this one. And I have to do them together in one set because Raze has got to. That's what he does. And so, yeah, full-on Batman video. Nano Rides, Batman Nano Rides. This is freaking awesome. And so Raze is going to go ahead and put this guy away, and we're going to dig right into these. It's just too easy, and yeah, it's just too easy to want to say, to the Batmobile, since that's what we're doing right now. We're going to go ahead and rush into just opening these. There is plenty, I mean, obviously there's plenty to talk about with these things, and Raze is going to try and keep it on the minimum for the most part, because yeah, there is all that information is kind of out there. There's a lot, especially with the Batman Returns stuff. There's not a lot out there that you probably don't already know, that people probably don't already know, because that's kind of well documented. Raze will be digging into the Batman TV series a little bit, as far as talking about that, because he knows a little bit more about that than he should. Yeah, we're gonna open these guys up, and wow, that was harder than it should have been. I have a feeling. We'll tear this open, and yeah, these are so cool. I think the thing that Raze, okay, we're just going to go ahead and pull this out. When we've got the classic series Batmobile, you know it, you love it. Everybody knows this vehicle. This is so freaking cool. Just the get up. This is pretty much the iconic Batmobile.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
When people think Batmobile, this is the one they think of. Unless you are a hardcore, well, heck, even if you are a passive, you know, semi-Batman fan, you know, just a casual Batman fan, once you get to that status, you may have a different Batmobile preference. But for the most part, this is everybody's favorite Batmobile, or the iconic Batmobile. And it pretty much was the standard up until the Batman animated series. And so yeah, everybody kind of knows this guy, and everybody kind of loves this guy. And little trivia here. Raze has actually sat in this thing. He got to sit in it along the time. He'd actually, that coincided with actually being able to meet Adam West, Burt Ward, and Julie Newmar. And then the fourth attraction was the Batmobile. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was at a Wizard World several years ago. And yeah, little Illinois. It was a Wizard World Chicago, so that tells you right there. It was in Illinois. And to give you a better time frame of when this happened, Raze was actually there when looking through this thing when Governor Blagojevich had made a press appearance at the convention, like I guess trying to win people over or whatever. I mean, he was already being accused of attempting to sell Barack Obama's Senate seat to somebody else. He was in real hot water, and it was all getting ready to come out just how crooked this guy was. And so as a joke, as he was walking past the Batmobile, he reached in and grabbed the bat phone that was in it and held it and mugged for the camera and said, "I think I'm going to need a lawyer." Well, he didn't need a lawyer. Well, he did, but yeah, no lawyer could have saved him from that carnage. And he ended up being put away, only to be pardoned later on by our current president, Donald Trump. So yeah, that was one thing that Raze got to witness, was Rod Blagojevich saying, "I'm going to need a lawyer," into the bat phone. Didn't taint it, because Raze still sat in it later on that day. And yeah, they were, Raze got in there. They were just like, "Okay, let's get ready for the picture." And Raze was like, "You're going to have to give me a minute. I'm in the Batmobile." And yes, it was amazing. Got to put his hands on the steering wheel. Got to hold it. Yeah, it was very, very exciting. So yeah, that was way too good. Raze actually has gotten to sit in both the Batmobile and the Batboat from the '66 series, and that they both happened in the same year, but they were at two separate events. So that was really exciting. It was the year of Batman '66, because got to meet three of the stars, got to sit in the Batmobile and the Batboat. Yeah, that was a very good year. But we're going to move on and dig into the second one, which would be the Bat Cycle from the '66 series. And that is so totally awesome. Getting a really close look at this. Yeah, they could have done a little bit better with the detail here.
Disengage, go-kart.
Yeah, that was utilized in the movie, pretty much. And that leads us to, they kind of used the Bat Cycle sparingly, but mentioning the movie leads us into a very exciting little detail. One of the little, I don't know if you want to call it a hack or a cheat, or however you want to put it. Part of the plan with the Batman series was that the movie was already planned before the series came out. Or before the series was even... The series was thought of, and they were trying to put together what they were going to do. And then they came up with the idea of using putting a Batman movie to coincide with the series to basically cap it, if it, or just basically take advantage of it if it's a success. And when I say if it's a success, yes, because the Batman movie did not come out until after the first season of the Batman series came out. Even though it was already made. And how do you know that it was already made? Well, basically, what the brilliant plan was to go ahead and get started on the TV series, on getting that in production and whatnot. And then they start the casting for the movie. And now, if you're trying to start a TV series and a movie based on it at the same time, that seems a little complicated. And why would you want to do that? Well, there was a very good reason. Because basically, they were able to use the budget for the TV series, specifically for the TV series. But they were able to save a little money there by using the movie budget to pay for the Batmobile, to have the Batcycle created. All these things that they later used in the show, they basically had made to be put into the movie. So, yeah, that's why the movie feels a little off compared to the end of the first season. It's basically because it was already made. If they don't seem as comfortable in their roles, if it seems like they're doing something or saying something that you would think would be a regular thing, but it's not, that's because they were still putting together the whole idea while they were making the movie. They were still creating the series that you ended up watching, but they were still working on the hammering out the kinks with the movie, which was released after the first season. And you can really kind of see that if you know what you're looking for. But yeah, they took advantage of the extra budget because once they were already made, they could use them for anything. So that's why they were able to make the Bat Cave so elaborate. That's why they were able to do so much that you would think, wow, they put a lot of money into this series. No, they put the money into the movie. And and then used the props for the TV series, which is kind of ingenious. And I know there's a lot of TV series that were based on movies that they basically had to rebuild the set because the movie made it a success, so they had to rebuild the set and items from it. But in this case, they knew they were going to do both. So, yeah. It was a cheap way of getting around some things. So that's really cool. And very much appreciated. And yeah. So the Batcycle. This would be cool to actually be able to get near. And, Raze didn't think he was going to be able to sit in the Batmobile and the Bat boat either, but that happened. Oh, so where are we now?
Right turn!
It's strange, I don't see any road.
Well, I can't help that, Joker. The signal says right turn.
Ooh, how humorous. Hold tight for the bumps of daisy.
Yeah, we are on to, this was the biggest draw as far as Raze was concerned. Raze has, the Batmobile, he's got the Batcycle, he's got them in several different sizes, to be perfectly honest. And he's had them for his entire life. So getting new Batmobile and Batcycle, it wasn't that much of a draw. But getting the Joker Mobile, that was a big deal. And they've got some detail on here, but not near enough in my opinion. The Joker Mobile in the show, which this actually made 2 appearances in the TV series, it compared to this little model, it's not all that detailed. I mean, it looks like they almost struggled to put the Joker mannequin head on the front here, which is really hard to see. They could have actually made that a little bit bigger, I think. But I have a feeling that while they didn't do basically the Joker Mobile, the design of it is based, and they basically used a Mongrel T, a very unique car, and it was like they basically took it and dollied it up a little bit to make it the Joker's, but they didn't have to do too much with it because it was already a strange looking car. I mean, you've got this convertible setting with the raised seats in the back. I mean, this was primarily looked at as a beach car. Like, the idea was you put your surfboards in the back and drive it out. Obviously, there is no top to this. It has no roof. If you have this car, there is no putting the top up because it's raining. You are in this car, and you are driving in it. And while aesthetically it's absolutely perfect for the Joker and the Joker's look, it also doesn't make a lot of sense either, because if you were the Joker, you're a criminal trying to get away with something. So to put this big flashy car out there to draw attention to you, that's gonna hurt more than it's gonna help. But that was the spirit of the 60s TV series, and there is Joker mobiles in the comics. But yeah, I mean, I think it's really up to the writer whether they think that's a good idea to even utilize it or not, because there have been a couple different models in the comics. One of the fun things about this, I don't know if this is actually part of a little confusing. This Mongrel T was also used in the stuff that I read was a little bit confusing about this. I don't know if they meant to say that a Mongrel T was also used in Elvis Presley's Easy Come, Easy Go movie, or if they were saying that it was the same Mongrel T that they used in the Batman TV series and also Elvis's movie. It's not 100% clear. They just are. The one thing they're clear about is it's the two times that in the mainstream that the Mongrel T was used in a popular production. So I don't know if it is possible to, because the one that Raze saw when he was looking this up, because he had heard hints about that, but he wanted to know for sure before he said anything. And it just got a little bit more confusing because they were showing the Mongrel T and in an auto museum as the one that was in Elvis Presley's movie, and it doesn't seem to make sense to me. It's just like, why would they alter the Joker Mobile back into its regular form to put in another movie? Because that would kind of, that would be a little costly, wouldn't it? Or it would make more sense if, I don't remember which movie came out first, or which movie came out before the Batman series, or before the episodes that they used it in the series. I don't know which one came first. It would make sense if they took the one from Elvis's movie and just used it in the Batman series and modified it to make it look that way, and that would be an attraction if somebody had the Joker Mobile. Don't know if there is a Joker Mobile in any kind of auto museum. It would make sense for it to be there if it was, but then again, it was such an odd design. But it makes less sense for them to take the alterations off and put it as a regular car in Elvis's movie. So yeah, it's a little up in the air and it's a little confusing. But Raze wanted to point that out at any rate because it is one of the interesting little backstories of this. So we've got the Batman TV series taken care of. We have got the Batmobile, the Batcycle, and the Jokermobile. And now we get to bust into, boom, 1991's Batman Returns. This is going to be fun. And first up, we've got one of the most iconic Batmobile looks of all time. This is one of, this one goes way up at the top when people are talk about the designs for the Batmobile. This was the Tim Burton designed Batmobile. It looks awesome. It looks great. It's the same one they moved in, the same one they used in Batman, in the first Tim Burton Batman movie. The exact same look, and yeah, aside from having it do different things, it was the exact same thing. And this, like I said, this is up there. If you do a vote of people's favorite Batman Batmobiles, you know, as far as movie goes, this one is up at the top. This one is really close to, and it was very similar, or the design for the Batman animated series was very similar to this because they wanted it to be different but familiar. And so this one and the Batman animated series Batmobile are often like right up there together on lists of favorite Batmobiles. And, I mean, this was good enough to be in 2 movies. It's good enough for Raze. This would be one that Raze would want to see. Raze has seen this, but he doesn't get to sit in it. And, yeah, if that's not disappointing, I don't know what is. But, yeah, starting off strong with the Batmobile. And, yeah, since it is Batman Returns, we have got a very popular, probably one of the most popular Penguin rides of all time, and that would be the Rubber Ducky car. And this thing is huge.
You didn't invite me, so I crashed!
This is awesome. It is... Raze has this as a pop ride, and absolutely loves it. And I mean, the video still gets attention, because I mean, how could it not? I mean, it's a giant rubber ducky with the penguin in there. And as a matter of fact, Raze, for his nephew, collected every little Matchbox-sized, you know, Batmobile he could find, along with a couple other superheroes, but it was about 75% different Batmobiles, and he sent it to him, and he's got a younger brother who's not quite 2 yet, and when he pulled out the penguin duck, both he and his little brother went nuts for it, and that was the star of the box. It didn't matter how many freaking Batmobiles I had in there. It was the penguin duck that everybody loved. And I believe they've revisited this idea in a couple different mediums because it just works so well. I mean, it doesn't necessarily make sense, you know. It does in the course of the movie, as he is... You know, when the penguin shows up in this, he's attempting to lure children away and kidnap them. But overall, if you're thinking the penguin, why would he have a big rubber ducky car? I mean, yes, he does. he does tend to have bird-based weapons and crimes, but wouldn't it make more sense to keep with the penguin theme rather than go ducky? But it doesn't matter because people love the duck, so the duck keeps coming back. So yeah, very, very exciting and happy to have this. Doesn't have to make sense. I mean, it's superhero stuff. It's people dressed up in costumes beating the crap out of each other. Of course it doesn't make sense. And that leads us to the final bit, which Raze didn't even get it. When he bought it, he just bought the Batman Returns set and didn't really look too closely. I mean, he saw the duck, so it's going to happen. But when he finally got it and he got it home and he looked at it, it said Penguin Ride on the thing. And that seemed a little weird. Seemed a little off, seemed a little weird, wasn't really quite sure until he really looked at it and realized, yes, this is like kind of like a supermarket ride that would be, that, kids would play on, like a little fire truck or something outside of a supermarket generally. I'm sure, I don't remember precisely, but I think there were actual toys like this outside supermarkets after the first Batman movie. Absolutely would have loved that if Raze had been small enough to be in one, but thankfully Danny DeVito as the Penguin totally was, and they took advantage of these things and used one to. This is part of when the Penguin has hijacked the Batmobile and placed a remote control inside of it in order to take control of the Batmobile, and basically attempt to kill Batman with his own car. So this was a sweet little bonus because Raze can't think of another vehicle in Batman Returns outside of the Batwing, and let's face it, that has been done to death. So totally get why they wouldn't necessarily use that one. Oh man, this is just such an added bonus. If Raze had known this was going to be in here to begin with, this would have been the bigger draw than the Penguin duck, just because it is so unique. So I want to go ahead and thank Justin Fryborn again for doing the video and letting Raze know that these things existed to begin with. Pretty much think this is all of them that Raze is going to get. He's done 2 videos now, 4 different sets. Loves all 4 of them. And yeah, that just makes it that much more exciting. And a little bonus, as it turns out, when Raze posted his last Nano Rides video, the G.I. Joe and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he actually, without knowing it, posted it on Justin Fryborn's birthday. So I thought, wow, that's it. Here's your birthday present. I didn't know it, but there it is. So hope that made his day. Made it all the better. I've mentioned this before. He is the guy who won the last contest. And since we are over 400 subscribers, we're on the stretch, and Raze has got another prize package going. So he's building that up, and it'll lock in when Raze hits 500. That's when he will announce the new contest to get it, and on how to get it. And then, as last time, you've got like about 20 more subscribers to add to that, so it gives Raze a little bit of time to figure it all out before he decides what the contest is going to be. And then boom, we're off, and we're going to see who's going to win this one. And can't say for sure because Raze is constantly building the box. He started when he as soon as he got sent Justin the last one, he started building the box, and he doesn't stop until he ships it out. Basically, he keeps adding that even after the person wins. So, not really having an idea so far as to what to show off. We'll show some of it off at least when we hit 500 and sometime between 500 and 520. Raze will show off what the box is when he announces how to win the prize. But at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments the comments. You're on Raze Chaos's channel, and he said comics instead of comments because that's what he reads more of. That's to be fair, it's because he has more comics than comments, and quite frankly, I suppose it's possible, but I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. But at any rate, go ahead and let me know in the comments below as to which one of these was your favorite as far as them go. Honestly, oh God. Because Raze has had so many Batmobiles and quite a few Bat Cycles in his collection, they actually end up being the least of what was in here. Followed by the Penguin Duck, which Raze doesn't have as much of, but he loves what he's got. The two unique things that Raze was able to get in out of these sets is the Penguin little ride and the Joker Mobile. And of the two of them, Raze has to say that he was most excited about this one. So let me know if you agree with Raze on his decision. Let me know what your favorite was. But by no means never forget that life is full of odd moments. You never know when you're going to be defined.